There's some space down here as well, so maybe some people at the back, maybe come down to the side. Would that be okay? If you're at the back and you want to hide, that's fine. But if you don't want to be in the picture, if you want...
Jenny Holman, I'm a resident of Ripon who cares for this park, this space, these trees, and was appalled to find that the cathedral want to build a very large annex, which would mean felling 11 trees.
So talking about what they're proposing then, because it's been on the go for quite a while now, hasn't it, through the planning process?
The planning's been on the go. It hasn't gone to planning yet. They want it for a song school, storage, a refectory, 80-seater refectory, and a shop, of which we have plenty of cafes, and a smaller cafe wouldn't have been objected to. But just they have buildings that they already own, they have land they already own. We just don't want them having what they want is fine, but not here, not on this park, which is a public park. It doesn't at the moment belong to the cathedral.
And just talking about the process then, have the cathedral spoken to you or the other people that are here today?
Not personally. There was supposed to be a full public consultation which never existed. There's been a model in the cathedral for a while with some information if you happen to be in the cathedral. A lot of residents, as you tend not to do in your hometown, don't just regularly go into the cathedral, and so I'm still amazed that people are still finding out about it now. And I just think they can use their own buildings and not impose what they want on this beautiful park.
And it's been talked about that there are other options that could be explored, particularly like other areas of land, kind of on the other side, isn't it?
There are, and there have been, they say they've been fully explored and they're not suitable. I've trawled through the planning and I can't see that the unsuitable reasons can't be overcome. It's still a puzzle to me, that.
I'm Pat Waterfall and I'm one of the protesters against all these beautiful trees coming down. 11 really large mature ones, including a veteran beech, which are not allowed to take down unless there are wholly exceptional circumstances. And I don't believe that appertains here, because compromise should be the name of the game here. Refurbish the toilets by all means, put another storey on them for a song school, which can be used during the day for children to sit and eat the sandwiches. Even put a little modest extension back into the stone yard that the cathedral actually own, rather than try and hijack this beautiful area. I know people in the cathedral say it's dull and the trees are weeds, but there are an awful lot of people, as you can see. There's 50 people here today, and we're here till 1, so there'll be a lot more people that will have come through. So people love this area and they love the trees, and a lot of people are actually mindful of climate change and what that's doing to our land, and taking these trees down is not going to help that, coupled with the fact that there's gypsum underneath this area. Nobody can say for sure. The thing that encourages sinkholes is ground disturbance and lots of water. These trees soak up about 150,000 gallons of water in a year. The disturbance to the ground of bringing them all down, putting a massive building on the site, is only going to add to sinkholes being developed underneath, and you just can't tell when one's going to open up.
I just think, like, me and my friends, we walk through this area like every other day, and it would be rubbish if, like, you know, it was all gone. And they have all this private land back there. Why should they use our publicly owned land? Like, it's just a bit rubbish.
And have you lived in Ripon all your life then? Are you
yes.
Born and bred?
Yeah.
So what would you like to see them do then? You mentioned about other land.
Well, they have land where they usually hold the beer festivals, like down there, and they just have like so much more public land, but they decide to use this land for some reason.
I've come here today to support prevention of these trees being chopped down, which would be sheer vandalism. All these trees have been here for absolutely years and years and years. There must be an alternative to this. That's as far as I'm concerned.
I'm here today because I think this application is absolutely disgraceful in every possible way. It certainly doesn't comply with planning regulations, and it's my belief and expectation that the council officers will recommend refusal of it. I can't see how they could possibly accept it, because on every count, it fails the planning regulations. Now, by the way, the noodles. Let me explain the noodles. Noodles. That chap is a Russian member of Parliament, the Duma, and hanging noodles on your ears is a Russian expression meaning people are telling you fibs, lies, particularly politicians. Okay. So what his cartoon says, and it's him, is I fully support the war, and he's talking about the war, of course, in Ukraine. Okay. So I feel. One can only hold one's opinion, and one has to be very careful about saying anything defamatory. And I have actually been threatened with legal action for defamation by the Bishop of Leeds and his lawyer for something that I've written. I certainly don't think it's defamatory, but we shall see. So my belief is that the cathedral, and that must go all the way down to the church, but certainly it must apply to the Dean of Ripon Cathedral. I think that what they are proposing is not only wrong from an environmental point of view, but I think it's wrong morally as well.
Right then, right in the camera, everyone.
Save our trees! Save our trees! Save our trees!